Well, been a while since I've done anything, and as usual, I'm horribly attracted to uh, playing and streaming and recording Hunter, and this is the type of Hunter I've been, well, experimenting with to, the extent that I can experiment with anything. Very decent early curve, and also, as you can see, 2 Savannas and a Kraken to finish things off in a late game. Piranha Launcher and a Glaive, 3 Alex, 2 quick shots. Can go quite well, can go horribly as well, because the early game is a bit iffy. I mean, there's alley cats, but there's also the footman, which I've taken because I'm a firm believer in playing something on turn 1 as Hunter, and there's also the Initiate, which I don't really like as a card. But yeah, Sunburn, there's Arcane Shot, as mentioned, there are 2 quick shots, and could go well, could also go completely horribly, but might be fun to play. No secrets, sadly, because with the Huntress in the deck it would have been even better. But I think maybe going 2 into 2 into 3s, I don't really need this 4-drop. I think this is fine. If we get a 1-drop, would be even better, but not necessary with this curve. And now that we've drawn the Houndmaster, you could maybe make an argument for coining out the 2-3 instead of the 3-2, but I'm not so sure. There should be enough beasts in this deck to make Houndmaster a playable card in most cases. Could even go for this to preserve the coin for something later in the game, but I'm not sure what that later in the game is to have to preserve the coin for. I think I quite like trying to draw my Savannas here. There's a number of things we can... Yeah, that's unfortunate, but we do have some late game, and drawing a Savannah for free would have been, I think, a decent idea. That should be fine. Maybe you could have made an argument for... It's a bit annoying, because although this will become a 2-2, and that's probably fine, because you can still only kill the Elec, and although why should I miss out on 3-phase? There are obviously some beats with Divine Shields, but he's already passed up on an opportunity to play the Protector, and maybe I shouldn't be so worried about that. And 3-phase is 3-phase, as we all know. He might now go for bump into the 2-3 and kill the 2-3, and then I think if he's planning to kill off the initiate, playing the Scarab here is a mistake, because you don't guarantee a buff on anything, and I think you probably want to. Although yeah, he he can bump with the Grime Street first and get the 2-2 Scarab, but we don't really mind the 2-2 Scarab. 2-2 Scarab is fine. I think I'll take this trade now. It is Paladin after all, and keeping control of the board seems like a reasonably decent idea against the class. There are some mechs in the deck, but not a lot. Actually, I think it might only be the Mech Yeti. So not a lot of synergy for the Leaper, but the other two cards were really not stellar either. So I decided to. Don't really understand that bump, but maybe I'm not meant to understand it. Perhaps I'll preserve the source of pings, and I'll just go with this, because maybe he has some kind of a 3-attack weapon. And now the Huntress will survive for another turn. And I don't want to play the Houndmaster because we can draw a beast at any point. Yeah, that was the other obvious reason to set the Huntress to 3 that we couldn't have played against. That has excellent synergies with Houndmaster, obviously. So let's start on those beasts. Next turn, probably Houndmaster Hero Power. And we should have very decent damage output from now on out. Yeah, that changes the turn, obviously. Damn. So 3, 3, 3, 2. We can still do the same. We can also play Savannah. We can play the Bomb Squad, but that probably is the least attractive of all the options. I think Houndmaster and create another Piranha is better. I think using Hero Power every turn is good, and this way we quite cleanly go through the taunt, and Bomb Squad will be useful later on as well. Now this is obviously way too slow. There is no way dudes will be fast enough here for him. We should be able to just kill him outright. First of all, we should count, right? So 6, 7, 8, 11, 2 off, 1 off. Should we be playing around healing here? Is less clear to me. Like, we can set him to 1, keep the board. I quite like just playing playing Savannah and just going face with everything else. And we have tremendous damage output for next turn. Don't really care about the dudes he can generate. Next turn we have 4, 7, 8 damage from hand. Provided no taunt, obviously, but we also have ways to deal with even reasonably large taunts. Shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, no, you can make as many dudes as you want. This doesn't really change anything at all. Yeah, that's kind of annoying, but it doesn't really change the equation. He can clear some of this stuff, but not really all of this stuff anyway. Like, he needs to clear the savannah somehow, but yeah, I'm not even this way. I'm not even obliged to show him the fancy lethals. 30-second break. 'Yep, sorry about that. Keeping the Elec and probably ditching everything else. Yeah, that's a bit annoying with all the one drops we have in the deck to not draw them with any kind of consistency. But if he passes, I'm fine with it. Cool. He now knows he needs to kill this before turn 4, so he probably should be able to, but we're still not unhappy about that development. And I mean, this is tremendous. If we could also, I mean, Quickshot just wins on the spot here, but even having to make this trade, I'm not really all that sad. My 2-drop killed his 3-drop, and he also had to waste a coin on it, so. Okay, he has a great supply of uh, hired guns apparently, but it still isn't a problem for us. So that's a spell. He already wasted a coin, so even if he finds swipe, it's not gonna help much. Mulch, maybe? Wrath? Naturalize. Very, very welcome to it, sir. Yeah, you are very, very welcome to it. Gives me an obvious, very, very decent turn here. Five mana, 8/7. And we can clear this. We can also just play the Savannah and chill because we probably will have a very, very good multi-shot next turn. Yeah, that is a bit annoying, but as promised, we have a tremendously strong multi-shot here. I think I'll play the 3/3 because we only have one mech. And we need to put some power on board. I mean, we could consider playing just playing hero power there because we're not adding a tremendous amount of power by playing the Leaper, but it still is a minion on the board, so I like it better. And generally, we're just why would you make it a 2/3? I wonder when I have a 3/3 on the board. Okay, that makes some sense, I guess. Not a lot of sense, but some sense. I think we just make the trades here and play the Savannah and Elec. We also play the Savannah and shoot this to preserve the cat. I think maybe this is better. Although, frankly, I mean, we give him. I think not giving him anything to bite is maybe a better choice here. But generally, against average decks, this will just go through average decks like knife through butter with the amount of early game that we have and the quality of minions in general. So, for instance, like we can even weave in the hero power next turn, and we go through this as if it doesn't exist, which is yeah. I mean, I have a good deck. I'm aware. I'm aware this is a very, very good hunter deck. I'm kind of wondering. Arena Draft says it's in the top 7% of decks, and it gives it a 61, which is nothing spectacular on Hearth Arena, but on Arena decks, 61 is a very, very decent rating to get for a deck, in particular for a no legendary deck like this. Where are my 1-drops? Seriously though. This is kind of a win condition, but I think early game is a bigger win condition than this. So I will mulligan aggressively for, yeah, that's better. I still think this is better. I mean, losing to a 2-drop there is a bit unfortunate, but I still think this contests the board the best. And yeah, we don't get destroyed by some bullshit mech synergy. Okay, that's a reasonably slow turn, but we don't really have much to play. But now we do. We keep on losing those jousts, but from here on out, I'm reasonably okay with my curve. I can also manipulate good trades by using this thing. I think we Alec again. I don't really like playing this here. I think I actually double trade into this thing. It's not a joyous joyous thing to do, but I think it's the right thing to do. We can't let him buff anything. Would be a grievous mistake for us to let him buff anything on the board, and yeah, of course you do. Of course you do. We can deal with it reasonably comfortably, but yeah, it's very annoying. But maybe not that annoying actually. It seems like a a reasonable enough turn. So let's see what we buff here. So he got a Footman, which is obviously very okay, and a Savannah, which is less okay, but the board he played the Savannah on, we were able to deal with it. So, and now he gets like Volcanic. Yeah, of course you get immediate Volcanic, dude. What else could you have gotten? That is just so disgusting every time this happens. Like Chemist into exactly the correct potion. And now he might actually win because we are getting severely outcarded. And yeah, it's not at all impossible that he just wins here. So we play Reporter and Huntress so that we can get this as a 7/7. Grogfu probably needs to die. This needs to die. And I feel we can't really give him cards. I think it's very important for us to keep the board clear and not to give him any cards here. Our board is quite decent against Priest with 4 attack minions everywhere, so he finally gets to buff something, but now we might actually be able to kill him. Yeah, that's kind of annoying that this is how it lines up, but it is still fine, I think, to do it this way. I mean, drawing a card was nice, but I think a 7/7 is a bigger win condition here. That's obviously very, very unfortunate, but it should be way too slow. So we have 7, 10, 11, 13, 14, 14 damage. Seven, 11, 13. Next turn we have. So we set him down to 4. And there are 4 minions on the board. This is a 6/3, so he needs to trade this in. I think we just go full face. I mean, I don't believe we can start trading. I keep this in reserve because if he has something like Holy Nova, we need to be able to, have something in reserve. There's Arcane Shot, there's a second Quick Shot, there's Kraken for lethal, Rifleman might be enough. There's a number of things here which might be enough. This is way too slow. He needs to taunt up, and even that might might not save him. No, that's just never going to be enough. That's just lethal even without the Murloc. I'm not sure about all the trading I've done in that game. We may have been able, I mean, the way he was playing, the cards we'd seen, maybe just by going full face every turn, we could have killed him by turn 7 instead of turn 10. But like, if he starts some kind of a kill and heal train and plays a large taunt, and we don't have an immediate way to go through the taunt, we just lose, I think, against Priest. So I didn't really want to take that risk since we had decent trades all the way through. So I don't know if that was correct reasoning or not, but it felt like it should be decent reasoning. That would have been an insane hand with a coin. Sadly, no coin for us. It's still a very, very decent hand, obviously, but not as great as, well, much better now. Much, much better now. Well, okay, I mean, Footman, not now. Come on, Footman. Why the fuck are you doing this all the time? Okay. Obviously a bit annoyed by that, but what can you do? It's obviously a much weaker play on turn 3, but if he can't deal with it, we do have a very, very strong next turn. Deathbite? Yeah. That's incredibly annoying. We might have to equip the launcher next turn, so I'm doing it this way. It's kind of annoying not to buff this at all, and it would have gotten buffed by any weapon, but I want to keep weapons in reserve, because I'm not sure which one I will be equipping. Yeah, that was an interesting turn. That was a very interesting turn by him. to put it very, very mildly. I mean, we are getting somewhat outguarded, but yeah, that's really, really great because there are some very strong things we could get here. Not that, but I mean, I'll take it. That's one of the more unfortunate things we could have gotten, actually. Hmm. Never lucky. Never lucky. Got a truly horrible minion out of the Death Lord. He got a very, very decent 4-drop from the Golem. Yeah, all in all, the entire interaction was just really bad. We need Bomb Squad here, or maybe multi-shot. Although, I mean, we're only one turn away from Kraken, so that's not going to be so horrible. But yeah, the current situation is very, very regrettable, obviously. The two the two RNG effects so far in this game both were severely, severely unfortunate. Yeah, and we keep on drawing completely dry. I think we might lose this because of how uh, the random minions turned out. Like, that's an interesting. I mean, it's probably fine. I think that's probably a correct trade. And the rest probably just goes face. Although that also is a decent enough choice. We're kind of dying here, but on the other hand, we've managed to establish some kind of board finally. If he needs to trade his entire board into the Kraken, we might be okay. That's obviously not okay. Uh, is he really going to take 9 against Hunter? That's not what I would have done. I think that's horrible. I think that really is very, very horrible. I mean, multi-shot? Mekieti is okay. We will go down to, well, not a lot, but there is no other play. We'll go down to 8 when he kills this. But he doesn't have any immediate way of killing us. What he's representing is not really all that impressive, and he is at 12 himself, so we will have some very, very strong draws here. Okay. It really does seem like he doesn't know how to play, which is kind of unfortunate. But what can you do? So we need bartender here to survive. That's not bartender, so we're just dead. Okay. Yeah, many things could have gone better in this game. Many things. But that also is a very strong, strong warlock deck, obviously. I mean, warrior deck, obviously, with 2 slams and 2 death bites and decent, decent card quality overall. But still, you know, if we get a Savannah out of Deathlord, the game ends immediately. And if he gets something manageable instead of a 2/6, which makes his hero power cost 1, it also is a lot easier to handle. The client seems to be experiencing difficulties, but yeah, not anymore. We're back. Okay. So with the coin, I'm actually kind of okay keeping high main, I think, because we have a very decent early curve and we will draw into stuff to play. I think I'm keeping high main to play it on curve. It's a very greedy choice, obviously, but I think with the coin and this starting hand, there's almost no chance we will not draw turn 4 play by turn 4. Yeah. Okay. That's obviously very worrisome. So we kind of need to kill him before he plays his Deathwing here, or whatever it is that he's going to play. And really, whatever it is, it's not going to be good news for us. That's really weird. I mean, it kind of tempts me to just go, but I think I'll just ignore this. Keep to my curve. Just 6 face. I mean, he can now kill the Huntress, but I don't really care about that at all. And oh, that's fine with us. I mean, he is actually going for the kill the Huntress line, which I sort of understand, but don't really care. I think I'll keep the quick shot for reach, because my curve is so pristine here. I can kill whatever he plays pretty much, I think, on turn 5. And yeah, against that, I actually probably would prefer a Bomb Lobber instead of this bomb thingy. We're trying to kill him, so we're okay with doing that. And now we have 2 options. We can kill it with this and play, or we can develop a 2/2. think just developing a 2/2 is better. Keep all the burn in the hand. I mean, he is a very nice Mimi deck, obviously, but like, why do I care? We'll just kill him by turn, whatever. I mean, if he's not dead by turn 8, I'm going to be extremely surprised. I mean, he needs to get some. Yeah, that probably actually deserves respect, but we might just be able to kill him outright here, right? So we have 6, 7, 9, 11, 14. Yeah, we have lethal. Yeah, I mean, Smork is fine. And this should actually be a pretty decent matchup for us. I mean, I'm much more worried about Highwind Priests or maybe Mages than I am about Warlocks. Although, once again, I think, yeah, and Cry and Thou Shall Receive. I was about to complain that we never draw any 1-drops, despite the fact that I took a number of them, including some quite unfavored ones. Yeah, you are not really required, but okay. We could draw into a weapon, so the pirate will be a larger minion, so I'm going with Birtender. I don't think I need to heal my face. I don't think this matchup will be decided by me having to heal my face here. That actually is a bit annoying. Like, I mean, we're obviously about to lose quite badly to Hellfire, but maybe he doesn't have Hellfire, and if he doesn't have Hellfire or Demon Fire, then we should be okay. And we even get good RNG into the bargain, which is obviously excellent. And got buffed. Crap. That's quite annoying. I think we trade in the cats. We play the footman, and the pirate goes in. Obviously, I'm not that happy about having 1 card against 5, but we are a decent way ahead in terms of both board presence and health. So. think I'll just do this so that he can't manufacture any other buff. If he wants to show us the blood imp, it's okay. This is already this is becoming annoying because he's healed for 9 already in this match. Should have been at 5. Like this game should have been over by now. There should not have been a game. Yeah, and this is obviously exactly why I kept this in reserve. So how do we do this? I think we trade in the 3 and the 2. I think I'll actually waste some burn on this so that he doesn't have any solutions to the board. Even Abyssal doesn't really help him here. Okay, Abyssal now helps him obviously, but not a great deal. Okay. Yeah, despite healing for 9, you know, you need to set the Warlock really low by the time the Abyssal turn rolls in, and then you're kind of in clover, because what can they do? The answer is not a lot, obviously. Yeah, those are not the... I have a lot better 2-drops, but I will take a 1-drop. Yeah, exactly. I don't really need Blowgill, but something to play on 1, even if it's this bearded dude, is very valuable. The dude I just added was the Druid. Don't really remember the Druid game. That's kind of weird, because I think I'm okay developing this to not stop, and like it's the same amount of power on the board. It dies to some things, but we don't really care. What was the Druid game? The Druid game was where, yeah, he naturalized and we had like 2 Savannas on the board by turn 7, right? Okay, so that's the second guy we played this run, which had a historian that actually discovered something. That's not very likely, I think. That's kind of bizarre, frankly. I think I will ignore it anyway. I don't really need to deal with this card. I'm just playing Hound Master and Continuing to smack face. Don't really see why I should pay any attention to this when there's a portrait in the way. Okay. That is obviously quite annoying, but shouldn't really change a great deal. We can trade this. Okay. Now I'm worried. Okay, that actually is more than a little bit annoying. So we bump in here, we quick shot this, we kill this. That develops a 2-2, we go one phase. Next turn we play Elic, Raider, shoot him. I think that's the way to go here. But yeah, that was a bit of a blowout turn, but we couldn't really have played around MC Tech because there was nothing we could have killed off on the Historian, and frankly, just playing specifically around MC Tech doesn't feel like a good idea. But yeah, that was quite obviously fairly horrible for us. I don't really care about the 7-7 though. I mean, we are just going to rush completely past it. Okay. I mean, I'm at 30. I don't think he can race me. And the way the board looks right now, he can only even kill the one thing. So I still feel reasonably okay about my position, but that may be mistaken. He also only has 4 mana, which is excellent for us. On turn 6, I mean, I understand he wanted to develop something scary, but I'm Smorg. 7-7 on the board where he is quite clearly losing the race doesn't really help him very much. I'm just not going to be dealing with it. I mean, he has to crackle a 3-2. I'm really not that sad. I am kind of sad my board is gone, but there are very good draws here. I think this needs to be a 7-7. I should at least try to get this to be a 7-7. And I should be using hero power every turn, so... yeah, that's kind of annoying. I'm not sure about him racing here, though. Like... okay, that's kind of unfortunate. But I mean, we're still winning. This happens. Like, we need to connect for 4. I don't think he can go face. Like, I'm only debating whether I should hero power here, because I think I actually need to play both of these things to have more minions on board than he does, so that something may connect face next turn. I'm very, very sad about missing hero power here, because it could be an incredibly important hero power I'm missing, but I think it's more important to have stuff on the board that threatens to actually connect with face. Like if he leaves the 5-2 alive, we just have lethal next turn if it goes face, obviously. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. So this thing and this thing goes face. Okay. Yeah, maybe he had to raise. I mean, I understand that in his situation he feels that if he engages in some kind of trading, I will just win by pushing the green button every turn, but he probably wasn't incorrect. I think I probably would have done something very similar in his spot, but yeah. He was only in the game because he MC teched on 4, and even that did not really give him enough in the final analysis. Uh, Horrible. Really, really horrible. I think this might be the game we lose. It's kind of unfortunate because we don't actually have a 2-drop, but we might be able, like if he plays something with 2 health, at least we will trade evenly for it. Even 3 health, but 3 health I mean that's not how you beat mages. Like he plays a 2-3 here. And if he coins out a ping, I'm kind of okay with it. I'm not happy, but I'm kind of okay with it. If he plays a 2-3, yeah, we can kill it. Like I'm wondering if I should just quick shot it. Like if I Elec here, he kills the Elec, he pings the 1-1. That's his turn, but we don't really have a turn 3. I think I probably actually quick shot this thing because I want to get value. Like I play Elec on 3. Maybe it leaves for a turn. Because I think normally his turn here is ping, or at least that's what I thought. So he kills here, he pings, but I mean if he pings on 3, I'm okay with it. This makes the radar bigger. I think this is okay, although I'm kind of unhappy about this, frankly. I'm probably holding the charge. Although, yeah, I'm probably holding the charge here. I'm in a bad spot here, but that's a really weird choice from him. Like, I can do... I mean, he froze the face, but, like, do I actually care? I don't think I do. That is fine. I mean, it's obviously very, very good for him, but... Whoa! But that is just tremendously great for us. And from this moment on, I'm trying to finish the game as early as possible. I'm done holding charges. I mean, we lose to Flame Strike, but we can't really play around Flame Strike, and I don't want to keep the... I mean, I missed 6 phase there, which may have been a mistake, but I don't want him to be freezing my stuff. And if he doesn't have Flame Strike this turn, there will be, I think, too much damage output for him to actually survive. Yeah, that's more than fine, obviously. I don't really care about that. And once again, same principle. I'm keeping Blowgill in reserve because if he top decks Flame Strike or Blizzard or some shit, I don't want to lose my entire board. I want to have some damage in reserve and something to play on the board. So that's 2 fireballs he had to waste on shit I have on the board here. So if we get unlucky, yeah, that's pretty good. I don't think I show him the Blowgill anyway. I don't see any point. I mean, if he has healing, he has healing. But, I mean, he is at 2. Okay, so at least infinite. I've had a very, very tough time of it recently on an A. Had a runoff. Abysmal results. So a decent run of any kind is very, very welcome right now. That's a brave decision, frankly. Whoa. An Elec won't adjust. That is obviously excellent news. I think I'll let him trade. I think we're not stopping for anything. Next turn we are probably playing... What is he playing next turn? What do people play on 4? There's Hellfire. Sorry. Blast Crystal. I probably should not be feeding him more stuff into Hellfire, but coining out a hero power might not be a horrible idea actually, because we have plays for days here. He needs to be as low as possible here. People and their fucking healing. Incredibly annoying. So I think we develop this. That was quite clearly a mistake. That was some kind of a weird brain fart. Of course I should have played the Blowgill. For some reason I thought I had 5 mana. Yeah, I think I'll let him trade for me. But I should have played the Blowgill, and then I would have had more mana to use the hero power on that turn. I still feel we're doing okay here, but yeah, I'm not using that, but yeah, now the mana is very awkward. This is why I'm so annoyed. I don't know. I think this is a combo I need to save for a better spot. I think I need Hunter's Mark Blowgill to deal with whatever it is, like Bog or something of that sort that he might be playing, like that, for instance. Okay, that's not an Abyssal. That's kind of unfortunate, obviously. But we need to make Abyssal almost unplayable for him. This is how we win. That is the only way we beat Warlocks. Holy crap. But once again, I don't think I need to... Maybe I do, though. Like, I can bump, because I think this might be more useful later. Yeah, I think I bump. Because he still could be playing a large minion at any point here. So next turn, but I mean, it's kind of bizarre because if he taps next turn, he's kind of dead. So we can set him to 3. He will have 6, 8 guaranteed, 11 guaranteed, or 14 if he taps. Or on the other hand, we can kill the 3/3 and allow him to full trade the Kraken. So 6, 8, 11, 14 if he taps. He will have to have 8 damage from hand after tapping, like Soulfire PO from 2 cards that he has. I think that's acceptable. If we lose, we lose, but I think that is acceptable. I think 8 damage is a lot for Warlock to try and deal in one turn. I think that's how we win. By making him too afraid to tap. Okay. You really have it? Fair enough. So there were some outs for a draw, I guess. Since he had Fellfire in the hand. Without coin, I don't think I can keep Savannah. I mean, I really like the idea of keeping Savannah, but it's not really a thing. Continue to get 0/1 drops where it's important, and also we're playing a rogue, a high win rogue, and we of course have the rogue has coin. Can we at least please win a joust? Thank you. This is kind of weird because this generally is better because it could draw us a card and all that, but it just dies to backstab. I think for that reason I will play the Raider, although I'm kind of sad about that idea. Don't really want to Perditions? Harrigan? Harrigan is quite good for us here. Okay. Less okay. So we always start with this. Okay, so we do end up with both savannas in hand. This does nothing at all, so I'll just do this and this. Hope that he plays like a Senjin. Senjin would be like the ideal scenario here. That's not as good. I think we probably trade because we can deal with this and then play stuff. And now we can start spamming the lions. And probably a dagger charge, I assume. This will kind of tempt me to use holy fuck. Like, why do you always have this shit? So if we play Savannah, he can actually kill it with these things. Yeah, Swashbuckler into fucking deadly shot. So if we play the lion, he bumps twice, kills one of the hyenas, and plays a 6-drop, which we can then kill. I think it's still correct because the other turn is just way too sad. Like this lion will eat his entire board. Hopefully. Like Sinister Strike is bad. Assassinate is kinda bad. That is not really all that bad, I think. And now he will get some more OP crap, like multi-shot or some things. I don't know. More deadly shots? Secret. Okay. Okay, so I think we need to check. Yeah, he gets, like, this is completely insane. This is just completely insane, the shit he got from to discover effects. Well, not discover effects, I mean, Swashbuckler gave him a deadly shot, and this thing gave him the absolute best secret for the spot he was in. We could still be okay though. It's not impossible. Yeah, like this is fine. Henry Dagger, yeah, I guess. There's a number of ways I can deal with this, but I think the most obvious one is just do this. We shouldn't be dead. We can start healing pretty soon. We have the solution to almost anything he can play. We could still be... Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. Why is this happening? Like seriously, why? He got 3 hunter cards. Deadly Shot, Freezing Trap, and Call of the Wild. In which universe is this correct? Like seriously, why is this what he gets? I don't really understand. And now he slow rolls me with some kind of lethal. Okay. That's not lethal. That's not lethal either. So we need to get through these things somehow. Do we even? Like this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. Unbelievable. Cookie fucking chemist. No Hound Master. No multi-shot. No quick shot. Okay. This game is incredibly tilting. This really is, I think, kind of beyond belief what happened in that game. The sequence of draws he got from the Burgle effects is just it's too much. It's just too much. Okay, 1 into 2 into coin 4 into 4, I guess. Seems like a decentish curve. Really like the reporter on 3. Okay, so we have to assume it's probably some kind of a void caller deck, because Fearsome Gloomguard is a card that people generally pick when they have a void caller. Would like to play the Yeti into Leaper. Yeah, that's pretty good. That actually promises success of our turn 5. Like, turn 5 we can deal... Okay, fair enough. This goes face, but now the question is, like, do we care about... I think we actually care about the dog. I think we care enough to do this. It's burn, but I think making him force him into this trade is decent. Yeah, I think I'm always glaving here. Six always goes face. 9. Can set him to 5. I think that's probably correct. Just make it completely impossible for him to play any kind of self-harm bullshit. That's fine. That's actually lethal. In a number of ways. Yeah, no, I mean, we're still doing okay, obviously. I mean, it's a good run for a hunter, but the previous loss is very unfortunate, because we could run into hard counters at any point, and losing a game just to complete bullshit that wasn't in the deck is rather unfortunate. Coin. If I have coin, I'm actually keeping this hand. I'm playing 1 into 2 into coin, 4 into 4. I think that's a tremendously strong curve. Keep on playing against golden portraits. The previous opponent was a golden warlock, and this is a golden mage. Playing against people who apparently know how to play this game. Please have no 1-drop. Please have no 1-drop. Fuck you. But that's kind of okay against the cats. We'll trade for a cat. I'm fine with it. Would actually prefer not to draw any more beasts. I would like for the core rager to actually be 5/5, so that the curve remains as we planned it. That's fine. Oh, that's kind of scary though. I think we trade one cat. And we really, really hope that all of these things are just for show. That's kind of bizarre, because yeah, I never ever would have done this turn this way. If he wants to ping next turn, I'm really not against that actually. But I would like for this to stay alive, so I'll go with this. I think this gives me the best chance of the reporter actually staying alive, which is my primary concern right now. Okay, it was not to be. We made him waste a fireball on that. And you know, as mentioned, this is a very, very crisp curve. Yeah, and so what worries me more, the growth of this thing or the I can actually deal with both. And make him ping next turn. What? Ah, hang on. That was just... Sorry, that was horrible because for some reason I thought this was a reporter. That's just me being very tired. That trade was completely wrong. We should never ever miss 5 face in that spot. I think it's just completely wrong what I did. Yeah, that's fine. I feel like I should kill it, but I also want to play the Savannah. I think I play the Savannah and go face, and if he kills here, we can quick shot it next turn. And that's obviously fine as well, as is the Belcher, because we have a way to go through the Belcher here. I think I'm starting the hero power return policy here. That is also perfectly fine, obviously, since I think I'll go with this. It's mana efficient. It sets up additional lethals. Shouldn't be a mistake. For instance, because of this, because yeah, now Kraken is actually lethal. Okay. Feeling quite happy about this run, but yeah, the fact that we're at 2 losses is unfortunate and alarming, because somewhere around 11, 10, 11 wins, you start running into really horrible, overpowered decks, and yeah, please give me the coin at least against this stupid rogue. No coin. I still feel that any one drop is just tremendously important. But I think this probably is the end of the run, because this is not a particularly strong hand, and a good rogue should be able to deal with us here. Yeah, and so it begins. Into backstab, and game over. At least he already got rid of the coin. Very interesting choice. Not what I would have gone with, or what I would have gone for. Really not what I would have gone for there. I think I'm actually probably doing this because we have 5 and 6, and we have a decent sticky-ish minion, which is, I mean, it's useful that it's damaged even. Then play something like Senjin. Senjin is good here. You want to play the Senjin here. You don't want to play heal. Heal is cheat. Oh, for fuck's sake. Of course we have no... Like, this is such a sad trade. I think we need to go for face here. I mean, I understand the horribleness of him getting a 2 damage weapon, but I don't think I can play around it. It's basically the game will be decided next turn, where he will either have sap or he won't. And that will be more or less the entire game. Sap wins on the spot. No sap might not win. Race? Race is an interesting choice here. Crap. That's a very good top deck. Yeah, we probably lose. Now we probably lose. Most likely. Oh, okay. He will go to 5. He will bump. So we will have some draws which might be okay for us. Some draws, but not a lot of them, obviously. That actually is quite decent, somewhat surprisingly. But not enough. Yeah, that Psychotron was very decisive. The lion just needed to connect with face once. As mentioned, you will lose some games normally without having to lose to fucking deadly shot Call of the Wild from the Rogue. And yeah, obviously still a pretty decent run, but yeah, very annoyed that we had to lose one game the way we actually lost it. Doesn't feel very satisfying to lose a game to just outrageous bullshit. Alrighty then, that's me done with the run for today. Thanks for watching if you lasted this far. There will be streaming at some point, although I'm not sure when. Cheers.